just enjoy the music a little bit, okay? Okay, not the best portion of the song, but I still love the soundtrack, even though there's not a whole lot of songs here. I mean, in the main game, there's only like a total of 5 soundtracks in the entire game. Or 6 if you include the credit sequence. Anyways, it's me, Mr. Cheese X here, and welcome back to Let's Play Boy Genius. Last time we, actually collected all the parts for Jimmy's rocket and managed to blast off, only to crash land on this asteroid, and Goddard is now taking the lead in order to find some plutonium to fix Jim's rocket. And as you can see from the icon, you would think, they're like, you know, little abundance of plutonium. Like, actually, I don't know what plutonium is. I have no idea if it's like a crystallized, if it's solid, liquid. I would think that it would be solid since this is space, but which brings up the question, Jimmy, you are not wearing a spacesuit, so you should be freezing to death. You are also not wearing a helmet, so you should be like impacted by, have your skull like ripped apart by space debris. And third of all, there is no oxygen, so you or any atmospheric pressure, so you should explode. Well, actually, I've heard that skin is strong enough to hold it together, but no, you're actually collecting giant molecules of plutonium. Or giant items, I'm not sure, but anyways, I'm just gonna start off with this level. Break through the walls of the caves to reveal secret areas, falling rocks, Yokian probes. Yes, there are probes here from the Yokian, and oozing gases that will get in your way. Be on the lookout for deadly cave spider. Don't forget to use your jetpack and lasso. Like I said, I never use my lasso, but anyways, I kind of like this level. It basically involves you breaking down these walls, and let's see. Some of these will shatter just by you touching them, but others actually require you to jump up and down until you crack them. So here we go. Let's just go through here. Just try to clear off all the pathways, even though that they don't give you any points for breaking them. No, that would be too easy of a point game. Even though that you get points from collecting plutonium. There we go. I believe that there's one here, as well as some fuel. Now, right there is some gas. You probably want to avoid it. There's the Yokian probes. You can actually blow them up. Let's actually try to collect as much of those gems as possible, even though that I missed a whole bunch right there. And here's your rocket fuel. Let's go ahead and fuel all the way up here. Some bolts if you actually need to replenish health. Thankfully, I don't need to. There's a little index right there in case you run out of rocket fuel. But anyways, let's just break through these walls. The exit actually isn't too far from here, but of course we haven't gained enough plutonium for us to actually make it through, so let's avoid the probe. And collect these plutonium. I don't believe the exit is too far from... Oh, I must be thinking of a completely different area in the world. Never mind. Because I remember in one level there is actually... The exit is right behind a wall like this. Man, these walls are actually very fragile. As if it wasn't obvious enough of me just breaking right through them just by touching them. I mean, aren't like I mean, aren't meteors and asteroids like metallic, so shouldn't they like be a bit harder to break? Anyways, let's try up here and get hit by the probe. Aren't I clever? Then again, there, that's right, the exit is there, so I was right, I was thinking of the right level. Now, there is a lot of plutonium you need to collect. Don't be intimidated by that, because as you can see, the plutonium are actually all clustered together. There's the exit, which I'm not going to, because clearly I only got in like 52%. And I'm trying to aim for 100%, like I said. Collect all these gems. Now, if you hear those whistle-like sounds, that's because of rocks falling. Yes, rocks actually fall and they can do damage to you. Now, I don't believe... There's the cave spider. You can shock it to stun it, but you can't like break it with your spoon or anything like that. So you can't actually destroy the cave spiders. The cave spiders, since they like have a little shock field after you shoot them, like if I can get like an example. Yeah, it has a little shock field indicating that it's like mechanical or something. Anyways, there should be more somewhere around here. Of course, more plutonium, but yeah, there's the rocks that falling. There we go, we got 100%. It was just all the plutonium. Alright, let's grab some rocket fuel, even though that we don't need to, because the exit, well, actually we do, because we need to go up here. And we just need to wait by the exit. And there we go. Alright, the next level I'm gonna tackle is actually somewhere around here. Here it is. Let me just stop the video for a second. Okay, I did that because, like I said, I'm going to like end the video after each level and just stitch them together in editing, simply because it saves more computer space, plus it ends up running out faster, so, you know, less of an opportunity for the video to end up glitching out or something and just, you know, like freeze over and not actually fully render, so I have to end up recording all over again. Anyways, let's go on to this one. Sensors detect the presence of molten lava, Yokian probes, and hot spewing gas. The rock lenses are stable and very comfortable beneath you. Yeah, this is an annoying level because as you touch the rocks, they instantly crumble this time, as opposed to in the previous level where you have to stop multiple times on many of them. With these, they shatter instantly. Let's take care of that probe. And there should be... Oh, it doesn't shatter all the way. Never mind. But there is a pool of lava right there, so be cautious. And lava will instantly kill you, just like the sewer water. There's the vapors that are actually spewing out. Alright, let's just jump on each individual one. Remember, you can only cross the lava pit a certain number of times. Luckily, right by this vapor is a fuel station. And a Yokian probe should come down that I kept missing. Just remember to conserve your ammo, because ammo is limited. You know what? I'll probably just run into it and make it explode. Or actually, wait for it to come down. That's probably safer, because I can't seem to shoot it. Yeah, aim is pretty difficult here. Unlike the 3D Metroid games. Sure enough, I run right into that. Alright, 3 more, and we're done. There we go. And we got 100%. Now to just find the exit, which I'm know just where it is. Right there. Shortest level. Yeah, a little bit of audio glitch due to the emulator. So, yeah, it's easy to tell which levels you completed because you put the flag up. So you would never actually get lost in here and accidentally start a level again. Because even if you try, you'll get a little check mark. No, you don't even get a check mark symbol there. So you can't even retackle the levels. Anyways, let's end this video and just go on here. Well, not the entire video. You still probably got like a good 20 minutes left. Just end the video portion because I completed the level. Alright, there you go. You know, it's actually kind of funny that I'm playing this while at the same time, in my spare time I've actually been playing Zero Mission, and actually not too long ago, actually just about half a month ago, I went to the county fair and ended up buying myself a 2 games actually. I bought Prime Hunters, which I'm actually having trouble with, and I also bought Mystery Dungeon 2. I've only played Mystery Dungeon 1 and I lost a cartridge, but I still consider that one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games. Actually, my second. Believe it or not, this is my favorite Game Boy Advance game. Even more so than Pokemon Emerald and Fire Red, but that's my opinion. You can go ahead and hate me for that. Everybody hates my opinions anyways, but anyways. The rocks are unlikely to crumble beneath you, so stay on your toes. Don't collide with Yogin probes and avoid these surging gases. The jetpack is needed, so find the fueling station as soon as you can. In this level, there's only one fueling station, so watch out of it. Okay, that one doesn't have gas, so let's progressively get down. And as you can see, these actually crumble instantaneously. That makes it very, very annoying. Luckily, there's a refuel station. There's only one in this entire level, and there's very few ammo. So here you have to be pretty darn conservative. And yes, the giant boulders are actually larger and does more damage. Luckily, these crumble instantly, so let's go ahead and give me some jumping space. Okay, that one doesn't seem to be fuming, but that one did. Those rocks don't crumble, so let's go up here. Now we saw that there was a Yogin probe, so let's try to avoid it. Another probe right there. There's the exit if you need to know where it is. Alright, there's some health refills. Alright. There's nothing much to say about this level except it's actually a very mean level. With the floors crumbling instantaneously instead of upon each step. And we saw that there was a whole bunch of them right there, so avoid that probe. Here's some ammo. Yeah, I thought I saw something there, but I knew that it was a few. Right, we're almost done. Let's take care of that probe as it comes into view. Now let's try to find that refuel station again. It shouldn't be too far from... That was mean. How was I supposed to see that? Alright, let's go ahead and climb up here. Alright. Now I'm just tapping in order to... so I don't have to fall all the way. Alright. Ow! I did not see that coming. Luckily I have some invincibility afterwards, so... Ow, okay, there's 6 more of the plutonium. I fell right through that. That's funny. It's not funny, it's pain. Okay, giant boulder. Refuel again. No, I'd seen a whole bunch of plutonium, but I seem to have lost where it was. Okay, clearly not there. That Yokis probe actually freaked me out. Because I actually thought I was probably about to hit it. Is it up? No? Okay. There's the exit. I know where the exit is. We've already been through there. Watch out for the fumes. Well, I haven't been up there. Okay, I know that I've been here. No, I haven't. Okay, there's 3 of them. Now, the last 3 should be clustered together, right? Yeah, I'm so lost in here, even though that I, played all the way through this game not too long ago. Or at least, through the first 3, worlds. We actually took on the 4th world. I haven't, and actually haven't fully completed this game in a long time. Okay, so where have I been and where haven't I been? I know there's nothing there, and I'm pretty much just skimming the outside so far. Okay, there were some items right there. And here's some... There it is! Aha! Avoid those fumes and make it towards the exit. There we go, and yes, there is a rock there, so make sure to avoid it. Okay, I was a little lost there. Now, there should be only 2 more levels left, and it's actually right up this edge. What's interesting to note is that you'll notice that the top of the meteor is actually mirrored at the lower part of the meteor. It actually makes you feel that you're going all the way around it and just can't move beyond this. But I'm sure that's not the case because, as you can see, Goddard actually moves up there and the map just ends. Okay, now to take on this level. Okay, I think there's only 2 levels left and then the rocket stage. Deep gorges are all over, the jetpack refuel stations scattered throughout the area. Funny. Last area, only 1 refuel station. In this one, there's like 10. You will need to be careful of Yokis probes and falling rocks. Sensors indicate a large cave hidden nearby. Try to find the entrance. Well, actually, it's not too hard to find. Just try to get up here. Grab as much of those gems as we can. And here's the first of the refuel stations. Don't worry if you run out of rocket fuel here, because they're actually very easy to come across. Of course, that doesn't mean that you should waste them all the time. Waste them all willy-nilly. Okay, oddly, those didn't break while I jumped on them. Okay, there's actually nothing there. Let's actually get hit. Even though I didn't want to get hit. And here's another refuel station. See, there's extremely plentiful. You almost never have to worry about running out of rocket fuel. So only when you forget how to use your rocket, then it becomes bad. That was mean. Yeah, there is a falling rock here, so remember that. Also, don't forget about the probe there as well. Okay, you should grab that last one. Alright. Let's jump down here. See, the probes are so concentrated that you're gonna get hit a lot, even though that I'm playing on easy. Perhaps one day I'll replay this and record it, me just going through maybe the medium and hard stages. I'm just going for the basic difficulty because, like I said, there's no difference between the two except for the number of enemies. Perfect timing, probe. Had to hit me just as I said enemy. Okay. It should be 33. The exit is actually right up there, so I know that I missed a whole bunch of them. A good 27 actually. But good thing, but I actually needed to find the ammo first. Now here's the cave. There's actually, I know I played a little bit of this game on medium difficulty and there should be a cave spider here, but in this situation, no, there's actually nothing. It's a perfectly safe cave. So let's go ahead up here. A refuel station, but a fume right there. More like a fume geyser actually, but still. Alright, we see some plutonium there. Let's go ahead, grab some. Yeah, majority of them are gonna be here. Let's go ahead and break this so you can actually fall down and grab the rest. Or grab what's actually down there. Avoid the probe. Boom. Boom. And now that we're 100% done with this level, we'll just head right to the exit. Man, I'm taking a lot of damage. Okay. There is a probe there. I said that I was going to say there was a probe there, so I ought to be careful. But, no, I had to be a stupid head. Stupid head. It's a word. Okay, and luckily you regain health, so this should be the last level unless I'm mistaken. Well, I mean last level of this world. Because like I said, there's 4 worlds in this game. Even though I think I don't know, I get the terms worlds and levels all mixed up unless I'm playing Mario, but anyways. This area seems dangerous, to be extra careful. The lifesteal should be quite useful here, even though that I never use it. Some walls will only crumble if you use your Some walls will only crumble if you use your laser, so conserve its energy, use it wisely. In other words, don't waste it on enemies. Ow! You only fall when I move. That's funny. You're funny. I actually waited a little bit to if it would fall, and then I thought when it didn't fall, and it only just barely missed. See, the game is clever. Boulder here does fall. Or does it? Oh well, let's just only use the laser, basically only use them if it's necessary. Okay, that wasn't necessary, but it was coming right towards me. What to do? Even though that health is easy to come across, I shouldn't worry too much. Okay, that vapor doesn't seem to do anything. Let's go ahead and break that. Alright. Now to jump up here. There we go. Yeah, I really do like the music here. Sure, it's not the best soundtrack I ever heard, but I still say it's pretty good. Okay, that came all the way to the bottom. It knew I was there, so it kept on going, disobeying its AI. Nah. Sure, its AI told it to do. Its AI also told me to be in places where I least expect them. Anyways, there's a refuel station right up there, so you have to make a great big jump or fall. At least it's not like in the Rugrats games where difficult jumps are occurring all the time. Okay, I filled up on ammo, so there we go. See, it's good to be conservative because then you'll get more than you want. And actually, saying conservative a lot makes me sound like I'm being political. Don't mean to be political, because politics is a very touchy debate, and I don't like discussing touching things very often. I prefer to just stick to all the petty stuff that 12-year-olds argue. Like saying that Metroid is better than Halo. But I can't even judge because I actually never played a Halo game. I know it has an actual story, as opposed to Call of Duty. And I've heard that many people actually compared Halo to the Metroid games. So I don't know, maybe if I pick a system that can actually play Halo, I'll give it a try. Though if it's on the Xbox system, I'm not gonna get it because, to be fair, I don't like the Xbox. I wouldn't have at least a PlayStation 3 because I've seen a lot of good games on the PlayStation 3, which, there we go, we did complete it. But anyways, let me just finish my, rant. Actually, no, the level is short, so I'll go in. All it says is that Jimmy is waiting for you. But I've seen a lot of good games on, or at least games that seem pretty good, like, Sly Cooper, that's right. How could I forget the name of Sly Cooper? But I've seen only like a playthrough of the very first game and seen a whole bunch of advertisements, and it looks like a very awesome game. But I don't have a PlayStation to play it on. All I have is a bunch of Nintendo systems. But I'm not complaining because Nintendo actually does pour out some very good games. Anyways, here comes the rocket portion of this level. And I do love it. Goddard, looks, it's the planet Yokis. A bit of lag. See, the graphics are just so good, my emulator just can't handle it. This is where they've taken Mom and Dad, as well as everyone else's parents, but we don't care about them. Warning, laser cannons and Yokian pros are detected. Use your laser and mega bombs to break through the enemy defenses. Yeah, basically the cannons are on the ground, so usually what I like to do is just skim the ground and just keep on shooting. Be careful of the cannons and the probes, use your laser. Man, there's a lot of lag, but basically I like to skim through the bottom and just destroy the cannons. So I missed. There we go, I destroyed a cannon. Alright, toothpaste, but I don't care about it. Did I hit that probe or? Not the probe, but the cannon. Be careful of the little sticks in the ground, those posts. I mean, are they like the alien streetlights or something? Okay, I managed to defeat that probe pretty quickly. I apparently grab a Neutron to recover health. There's some cannons. Like I said, I like to stick to the ground, that way I can shoot all the cannons. Okay, 28 seconds left. And I missed that cannon. There we go. I have shot it before it shot. Before its AI activated, so I was kind of safe. There's another one. Let's try to. Didn't get the opportunity to hit it. Nope, I didn't destroy it. Luckily, there aren't meteors, so basically, most of the enemies are gonna be skimming to the ground. Mostly just cannons. Jeez, Jimmy didn't have to deal with all that. Got the juice placed. That's just adds points. But yeah, Jimmy never had to deal with all that in the movie. He just went right to it. Alright, world completed. I actually did better in this level than I did in the Asteroid level because the enemies are usually just along the ground. Really, I've only missed one probe and that's about it. But anyways, that's the end of the world. Next time on Let's Play Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, we're actually gonna land on planet Yokis and hopefully try to find our parents. I will see you guys then.